Let's take a look at an engineered, designed mistake, opportunity that wasn't caught by anyone other than a home inspector. Maybe you can see it now. It's difficult to see. So there's the front of a stone house, and we have an issue with, let's get my fancy pointer out, this area here, and it's spilling water down here, and there's electrical light outlet there. So let's take a closer look at this and see what is going on here in detail and see if we can figure out the problem and maybe a solution. And this was designed, but we have an architect, structural engineer, we've got a builder, supervisor, township code inspector, bank inspector, contractor. Everyone is here, and let's take a closer look, and see if we can see what we can do for this homeowner. So you can see this is a day after a rainstorm, and let's get a little closer here. And you can see the watermarks coming down this way. And there's a standing seam metal roof and a standing seam metal roof this way, and it makes a valley, and it falls off here, right? They could catch it with a gutter, but then what do you do with that? Where's the downspout go? And then if it doesn't get caught by a gutter here, it goes into this area here, and let's take a closer look. And then what do you do after that? You put a gutter box here and a big ugly downspout right down the middle. So there's the chimney stone, right? And you got the flashing here, and this all looks handmade. And then it looks like it kind of stops here, right? I mean, look at the heavily applied roofing cement. Roofing cement. I think of roofing cement as like silicone, like Band-Aids, right? Really good metal flashing. Doesn't need roofing sealant or any kind of caulk or sealant that isn't going to last more than a few years. And you can tell that this standing seam metal roof kind of stopped here, and then there was a break, and then more here, and it's not painted very well. And then the drip edge here doesn't wrap around here. And then this is kind of open here. So a rainstorm comes in, so we're going to get a lot of water coming in here. This is a trim board here, a fascia board, and it's open at the corner here. It hasn't been finished, right? This hasn't been finished, but you can see that there are a lot of opportunities here that I don't think those professionals, some of them were licensed, didn't think like they don't know how water moves. Like a home inspector is trained to think like water. How does water move, and how does a homeowner, a building owner, manage that water? So right now, we've got this flashing coming out, and it's going to kick out the water past this area, right? So it's not going to slowly drip. It's going to kick it out up here, right? So the water is going to kick out, and it's going to go several inches. I think I read a study on, roof slope and gutter size and positioning, and if it's too low, the overshoot of the runoff. This is what we're going to have here. Like, it's going to just shoot out unless they design something that is going to look like a big mess. Look at this counter flashing, and then we've got a kick-out flashing way up here. Way up here, there's a piece of kick-out flashing, and it doesn't even go all the way down. It's cut here. So there's a piece of kick-out flashing, but then it's cut. And then another piece of kick-out flashing, but then it's cut here. I mean, this is going to drip and then go in. I wonder what's going on in here. So I'd like to get my ladder and get up there and maybe I will for a future video. Let's say, all this isn't going to be caught. Like, you should catch this, right? Oh, look at this. All this water is going to come down here, and this water is going to overshoot. This valley, right, is going to kick out and overshoot. And we're going to collect water here and then overshoot. and then not have proper kickout flashing here. Let's say we don't do anything else. Right now, this is designed without any guttering, right? I mean, look, like if there was guttering in place, designed by the engineer, the architect, the plans, all that stuff, there aren't any plans. People are online saying, well, just refer to the plans. There are not plans. They're making this up as we go. Well, a structural engineer wouldn't do that. Yeah. An architect wouldn't do that. Yeah. We don't have any plans to refer to. A lot of contractors are saying online, well, all you do is refer to the plans. There aren't any. And there aren't any even good ideas to refer to. Look at this. Look at all of the things. All like that is a loose piece of flashing that's just bent by someone's thumb. Someone bent that piece of flashing with someone's thumb. And then someone thought, let's extend it out and kick it out to the edge of this rake board. And now where is it going to go? And what we've seen is, right now, if we don't catch it, it's just going to stain this stone. And it's raining now, and it's getting behind in here because all this water is coming down. And it comes down like this, right? And it's going to start staining the stone. And then once they figure out how to collect the water, great, the stone is stained, right? It's going to look different from all the rest because it's getting dirty and stained, right? The dirty water is being absorbed into the porous materials of the masonry. So let's say they design a gutter system, maybe a triangle something. Where's the downspout go? Straight down? Maybe it's a rain chain. Straight down? The rain chain is going to splash water, right? It's going to splash water in the stone. So a gutter. We're going to gutter this in front of this house. In front of this beautiful house, we're going to have a gutter right here, some kind of scupper thing, maybe hand designed once again, tear all this out and redesign it so it's incorporated in there. And why is this even flashed over here, right? So the only way to catch water here is to bring a piece of flashing in front of this beautiful stone. And then you're going to have a downspout here, right? Dumping water here. Right now, look at that electrical. And how's this going to look over here as well? So right now, the whole point is that home inspectors, InterNACHI trained and certified home inspectors, are trained to think like water and we help and educate homeowners and building owners to manage that water. Not just bulk water, but water vapor and humidity, things like that. So when you look at a beautiful house, or you look at ceiling joists or floor systems made out of wood, and you're inspecting it, don't just rely on a structural engineer, an architect, the township inspector, the builder, the supervisor, the bank inspector, the contractor to know what they're doing, right? So we all make mistakes. And this is an opportunity to help this homeowner manage water in this critical area. This is a small valley, but it's collecting, in this area, it rains 4 feet a year. It's going to collect hundreds of gallons of water, if not thousands of gallons of water every year. It's going to pump right into this area. It has to, sometimes form over function is chosen, and that's not right in some critical areas. You have to think like engineers, licensed architects, have to think like a home inspector. Because home inspectors think like water. How does water move? And how do you manage it? So I recommend that engineers and anyone designing a home probably should take some home inspection training and become as good as a home inspector in figuring out how to fix problems like this that were apparently just left go and not even written up or planned. There are no plans here. So I'm excited to see the opportunities. What is this? I'm excited for the opportunities that are afforded to this homeowner to figure out what to do here. And I'm going to help them in any way I can. All right. Thanks, y'all.